Imagine waking up one morning and realizing the sun no longer looks like the sun. Not an eclipse, not a storm, not a single strange day. The sky is dim, the air feels wrong, and even at noon, the light looks weak and pale. Weeks pass, then months. Crops stop growing, temperatures fall, and people begin to starve. No one understands what is happening. There is no explanation, no warning, and no escape. Historians today call it the worst year to be alive. The year was 536 AD. Across the Roman Empire, writers recorded something they had never seen before. One historian wrote that the sun gave forth its light without brightness, like the moon during an eclipse, but this darkness never ended. In China, official records describe snow falling in the middle of summer and massive agricultural collapse. In the Middle East, chronicles spoke of a strange, persistent fog that covered the land for more than a year. In Ireland, monks wrote of famine so severe that entire communities disappeared. This was not a local disaster, it was global. For modern scientists, this mystery remained unsolved for centuries. There were no explosions recorded, no invading armies, no obvious cause that could explain such a sudden and worldwide collapse. But slowly, clues began to emerge. Ice cores drilled from glaciers in Greenland and Antarctica revealed something shocking. Microscopic volcanic ash trapped in the ice, dating precisely to the year 536. This was the fingerprint of a massive volcanic eruption, or possibly several eruptions, powerful enough to throw enormous amounts of ash and sulfur into the upper atmosphere. That ash formed a veil around the planet, blocking sunlight and triggering a sudden global cooling. Temperatures dropped by up to 2 degrees Celsius worldwide, which might not sound like much today, but in an agricultural society, it was catastrophic. Growing seasons collapsed, harvests failed, food supplies vanished, and hunger quickly turned into death. Famine spread across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Entire regions lost a significant portion of their population. Trade routes broke down as societies struggled just to survive. Empires that had once seemed stable suddenly found themselves unable to feed their people. Political systems weakened, borders became unstable, violence increased, and then, as if the darkness itself was not enough, something even worse followed. Just a few years later, in 541 AD, the Justinian plague erupted. It began in Egypt and spread rapidly across the Mediterranean world. Within a single year, it reached Constantinople, the heart of the Byzantine Empire. Contemporary accounts describe streets filled with corpses and cities where the living could barely bury the dead. Modern estimates suggest that up to 50 million people may have died, nearly half the population of Europe at the time. The timing was no coincidence. Malnutrition from years of famine had weakened immune systems across the population. Societies were already fragile, exhausted, and desperate. When the plague arrived, there was nothing left to stop it. The combined effects of climate collapse, famine, and disease reshaped the world. The Roman Empire, already struggling, never fully recovered. The Eastern Roman Empire survived, but in a diminished form. In Northern Europe, population collapse created power vacuums that would later give rise to new kingdoms. In the Middle East, economic and social disruptions set the stage for massive political and religious transformations in the centuries that followed. In a very real sense, the modern world was forged in the shadow of that darkened sun. What makes the year 536 so unsettling is not just the scale of destruction, but how sudden and random it was. No human decision caused it. No war triggered it. No ideology planned it. It was the result of nature alone, a reminder that human civilization has always existed at the mercy of forces far beyond its control. Even more disturbing is how close this scenario is to our own world. Today, we rely on global agriculture, tightly connected supply chains, and stable climates. A similar volcanic event now would disrupt food production, global trade, and political stability on an unprecedented scale. The technology has changed, but our vulnerability has not disappeared. The people of 536 had no idea why the sun vanished. They had no science to explain it, no technology to prepare for it, and no way to prevent what came next. They only knew that the world had become colder, darker, and crueler, and that life as they knew it was ending. So when historians call 536 AD the worst year to be alive, they are not exaggerating. It was the moment when the sun faded, empires broke, millions died, and history itself quietly changed direction. All because one year the sky went dark